And I was watching Below Deck last night. So, yeah, Captain Sandy giving us a hello. Oh, what a wonderful couple of last days, hey. I have to say, thank you so much for all of the amazing ways that you interact with the website, with my channel. I have got so much gratefulness inside of my heart for your interactions and the way that you choose to interact. So yeah, definitely appreciative. And that sounds like it's coming through clearly. Where is the comments? There we go. I want to figure out how to make this thing a little bit bigger, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Bishop, g'day. How are you? Good to see you. All right. Now, kind of want to put that there. I don't know if it's going to be stable there or not, but here we go. That can be there. That can be there. I've been pretty good. I would say quite a lot of Ascension symptoms coming through lately. And yeah, purpose of today is to do a reading. 22 card reading. That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. That's something that Australia doesn't have. We don't have Thanksgiving. We only have Christmas and Easter. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, the fatigue, huge amounts of fatigue coming through lately as well. It's pretty normal. You can usually work through it by getting out to go for a walk or getting out to garden in your garden and just ground the energy, because ultimately your body doesn't know what to do with the download. So the more you download it into your environment at home, the more you'll get feedback from that as well as time goes by. Ooh, I can put that there. And I can put that there. Obviously won't be able to type very well, but it is what it is. I have to say, since I gave you that little bit of a reading last time, I have had to do quite a fair bit of shadow work myself on my previous relationship. So, yeah. G'day, Dotty Vans. How are ya? All right. Everything feels ready. My candles are lit. Oh, I really want to use my incense today, actually. Yeah, I'm going to use my incense today. Twin flame situations. What can I say on twin flame situations here and now? For the most part, they are lessons that you enter into willingly, and it's for the sake of learning. It's this entire school of life here on Earth is set up in a way that it allows us to continue learning. Oh, sorry, I'm got my back to you, and that's great cinema and all the things, sure. I'm just filling up my incense cone because I haven't tried making cones yet from it with water and honey, or even frankincense or myrrh. So I've got it all back there with a mortar and pestle, and I've got one of these little things. And you put your incense powder in there, whatever you blend up, and then you stick it down. And then you hope that it makes a cone like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. But yeah, then you light the top of that and then you've got your cone piece. But obviously, if you do the water process, you put water into it. Much different effect. So we'll get to the 22 card reading. Good show. What did I do? All right. Okay. Calling in through invitation. Any and all ancestors who have messages for the collective that tap into these messages, I intend for these messages to be received and delivered to the people it is meant for. God, Creator, Source, thank you for your presence here now. Thank you for everything that you do within this reality for us, the creation, to experience. Thank you for giving us every single day, allowing the light of your sun to wash over us every single day, knowing full well that when we depart the day, we will return again tomorrow, as is the desire of God, as is the way of Source. Continuous, never-ending, changing in form, only to experience a new experience. All right, chat has disappeared for a second. I'm going to light this up if my hand will stay still long enough. Nope. Obviously not going to stay still. Obviously going to knock my whole little pyramid to pieces. The lighter is just not as magical as what I had intended to do with this. It just is not as magical. Not quite. Alright, and in this blend I have got eucalyptus leaves, so this can form part of a natural ceremony, and I've also got some rosemary that I've dried and mortar and pestled. Smoke is such a beautiful medium to work with. Beautiful medium to work with. So I don't know if you'll be able to smell that, but there's that. And this gets really hot, so I might leave this up here where you can see it and just move that there. Whew. Creator, Source, God, I now ask that you send in your angels, your children to be present here and now, if they are so willing and inclined. I thank you, Archangel Michael. You are invited to be present here and now. Uriel, you are welcome to be present here and now. Raphael, you are present, welcome to be present here and now. And finally, Archangel Gabriel. Combining these elements of fire, water, earth, air. Ooh, I got a notification. I now finally invite Metatron to be present here and now. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Now, I have got two beautiful roses here. And part of my practice is to collect roses when they're about this point, especially if they've got aphids on them. Particularly because they lose their scent and their flavor. So apart from it smelling like a bit of smoke, yeah. Ooh, hello. Hello to everybody in chat. Hello, hi, hello. Bishop, did I miss anything? No. I want to learn how to do that too. I would really like an elder or an ancestor to come through and teach me how to use divination through smoke, because I believe that I do go into trance-like states quite often when I stare at the fire, when I stare at the moon through a bowl of water. So time you catch a full moon and you want to do some water divination, fill a bowl with water and then place it facing the moon and place yourself on the other side and just stare at the moon through the water. You can do this with a flame as well, with a candle. It's just part of alchemy. There's a lot within alchemy. I'm discovering for myself. Yeah. Cool. All right. I've got, I don't know. I want to go buy a deck of Pokemon cards, but then I also wish I could just find my box of Pokemon cards. I have a couple of Pokemon cards here. I just want to see what the inner child wants to say, if anything. Charmander! Okie dokie. Where do I want to put Charmander? I don't know. All right. So if there is an inner child message today, I recognize that there's a few messages with this, actually. So Charmander is a Pokemon that has fire on its tail. If this Pokemon exists outside during the rain, what will occur to it is its flame will shrink. The particular episode is coming to mind where a Charmander was sitting on top of a rock in the rain, very heavy rain, and the main protagonist and his team go up to this Charmander and try to rescue it, but it won't be rescued. And so this Charmander stays there abandoned and alone, and then Ash finally decides to take him to the Pokemon Center, and when the Pokemon is healed fully, it runs back to that spot. Meanwhile, while they're at the Pokemon Center, they hear that Pokemon's trainer bragging to other Pokemon trainers how it had abandoned its Pokemon on a rock, and was proud of it because it was a weak Pokemon, according to him. For those that don't know, Charmander actually does evolve into a dragon. A mother dragon, like literally. And so this little salamander has great potential. And that's just it. When you're allowing yourself to operate within potential, Siddharth, g'day, how are you? This is where really it's like Charmander could be in the position that you're in, or that your inner child is in, waiting for something to occur, waiting for a dream to come true, waiting for a reality to be realized. But the thing is, in good time, the right person will see you. In good time, the right people will come around you. In good time, in God time, everything happens for a reason. And so when you operate on that, and you trust and you know that everything happens for a reason, at least on a universal scale, you can start to recognize, okay, where have I made choices in the past? Where have I made choices in the past that have led me to where I'm at now? And what decisions can I make for the future to enable myself to take hold of everything that there is for me to take hold of, really, here in this existence, here in this reality. And doing this will free you. It will give you it gives you more time, gives you more energy to focus on the things that you want to focus on. And yeah, cute download from the Charmander. That Charmander actually too does go on to be released by Ash because it is too powerful for Ash. That dragon cannot be tamed. And Bishop literally just said something that correlates with that. He's the strongest dragon lately. Which is awesome. Once you find that fire, no one can take it from you. Nobody can take it from you. And that's the beautiful thing about this reality. Like, we can stand in our own strength and we can really start to embody all of the things that we've believed about the world, all of the things that we've wanted to see and experience in this world. They become possible by our willingness to show up as who we are. And what did you say here? I was saying your last reading. So what did I mean when I said it brought up shadow work for me? It just brought up some feelings that I hadn't processed through yet, that I haven't given enough light to recognize where the feeling was coming from, where the emotion was coming from, the deep-seated emotion. And just more and more and more, I'm feeling more confident to be who I am, do what I do, and just exist, because literally on the 23rd of January, I was abandoned in homelessness by my husband. And unfortunately in Australia, I have to wait until the 24th of January to legally get divorced. So I can do all of the things to separate myself from that experience, but ultimately I still have to go through that experience. And the shadow work that came up was interesting for me because it's not something that I can actually deal with here and now. I can't transmute that energy. He is not here. No, this is incense. If you do need that though, in Australia, they've got doctors that can prescribe Bestie Squad. So go and grab yourself a prescription. It's what I did. I don't really smoke it on here though. No. Hey, Zoe, how are ya? You literally triggered the Zoe Badwe in my head, and it's like, and I'm free falling. I'm letting up, just let the melody. I can't reach that high. Sorry for even trying, Zoe. But yeah, I went and saw her on the top of the Fox FM for a rooftop party. But yeah, Bishop, in terms of what it brought up for me, it just enabled me to really appear here as I am more frequently. And knowing that I get to tell my story at that court case in January, and everything that happened leading up to there will be revealed. That's what justice is for. And when you learn how to live within the matrix and you really take full responsibility of yourself, then you can do anything. Like, I've discovered that YouTube is actually part of the American, like it's underneath American sort of law. And so really any bullying, any harassment, that's all punishable with prison time. Bullying and harassment affecting someone's mental health, that's huge. And I don't know that America has it very good. So, yeah, I just try and be a good person when I come on here. I try not be a good person. I don't be a nice person. I be who I am, and I literally don't know how to be anyone else. Up until the point that I started being on YouTube, I was abandoning every part of myself in order to be accepted by the collective. And I'm at the point now where I'm like, no, I'm good. Give me some land, give me some chickens. I'm good. Well, that's interesting, isn't it, Zoe? Like, I will say, so in 2022, my husband was a nurse. He traveled a lot for work, and I went with him. So, um, literally, the situation was that I got a job here in Victoria before we left to Queensland, actually, and I got a full-time job. It was only at McDonald's, mind you, but I'm not a big snooty person, so I don't really care. It was in Sale, which is Gippsland, which to me is beautiful. I don't know. I was literally going to be working at Lake's Entrance. Chuck a quick Google of that. They have white sand beaches. Like, the only thing that wasn't occurring at the time, because you're talking about how we can't make money, right? We couldn't get a rental. So I don't know what had happened at the beginning of COVID, but there were no rentals available. We were going to inspect rentals with like 100 other people, lines around the corner. Anyway, so this is why we took his journey. He was a nurse, 12 years, I think. And it was always part of his dream and his ambition to go out and see Australia and travel Australia. And be a contract nurse. I think now he was working towards it when he was in Brisbane last we spoke. Yeah, contract nursing was literally all this to say that the only way that he was able to get accommodation for us. So, I mean, if we were in Sale, I think we were going to be living at his brother and sister's house, and I would have been driving to and from work. That would have enabled him to just be at home because he also works from home as a nurse. And then I would have been able to get to work. But we left Victoria. We left the Ring of Steel, really. And yeah, we never came back. I disconnected fully for 5 years. My friends all told me, you just disappeared. We don't know where you went. You just disappeared. I didn't realize what was happening. We weren't coming home often enough. And then other thing, we were traveling from like Cairns, Queensland to like northern WA, Perth, really. Just saying Perth is fine because we went there twice. But for me, I'm somebody that needs to lay down roots. I'm somebody who needs to have my veggie patch, be able to go for a walk and see familiar things. And every single place that we went to, it was like temporary accommodations that you'd be living in. And so I would be going to the towns and hoping that I would find a job. And like this, I came into this already, this relationship and this traveling. It was my fault. I told him, please, let's follow your dreams and ambitions because I don't have any right now. I'm burnt out. I'm depressed. I'm anxious, blah. Not saying any of this to trauma bond with you people. I'm just telling part of my story. And I don't know why today I feel more confident, feel more free to just be who I am. I've not spoken on this the whole time that I've been on the channel, but a big part and a big difficulty of well, no, the situation's difficult. Yeah, no. He's not a perpetrator of anything, according to the law. He abandoned me in homelessness. Sorry. That's what the 23rd of January was. And it's a situation of homelessness that was actually created by me wanting to be with him. One of my friends had told me that she was getting a property and she was going to have a spare house, a cottage, a country cottage house that was literally my dreams come true. And yeah, we decided because his family wouldn't let me come to hang out with him and because my family didn't want anything to do with him because he was plainly, to say it plainly, quite rude to my mum. And yeah, she's never held anything against him. So, cut the shit. Sure. I was charged with committing domestic violence. different assortment of charges. Part of my situation and part of the story that I'll tell after the 23rd of January, I was on an antipsychotic medication and I was on an antidepressant medication, which was not right for me. It was causing me to be in severe angry outbursts. It was causing me to feel like I'd had nothing but coffee all day. If you've ever been an addict before and methamphetamines had crossed your path, then yeah, that was the feeling, constantly being loaded and not being able to calm down. And the only way that I was able to calm down was with my cannabis prescription. And for whatever reason, so another big part of what was going on was I was transferring all of my money into his account when I got it. And I thought that that was normal. It was because I wasn't able to save money. I'm an impulse purchaser. If something makes me happy, I buy it. The ADHD notebook problem that, no, a new notebook will solve it. No, that was my thing. But hyperfixations. But anyway, so cannabis was the only thing that was able to stabilize me through being on that medication. And I'm not on any of that medication now. And I feel so much better. Like the first 3 months in January, I came off of all of the medications. I even came off cannabis for a little while. I was off of everything. I was clean while I was here. And then as the situation occurred, I needed to be able to move on. I needed to be able to deal with what was being said to me. So I participated in a domestic violence course, a men's behavior change program. I went through that quite painfully as well. I participated in alcohol and other drugs. I actually finished my first round of alcohol and other drugs the day before he left me. And then I just finished my second round last week. We were talking about the cannabis use. During these court cases, it did increase. And so, yeah. It's just my story. I'm not special, unique, or different to anybody else. I will say that I've given myself the opportunity to become more aware of myself so that I don't ever walk myself into these situations again. But yeah, ultimately I'm just so much more aware of my impact on my surroundings and needing to have my consciousness about me. The interesting thing about all of this is I would do it all again. Thanks, Zoe. Thanks, Bishop. But yeah, I do this mission now that I do because I would like for everybody to experience the fullness of life that they can, as often as they can. So yeah, I'm going to check in with Spirit to see if I should still do the 22 card spread. After that kind of intro, yep, definitely always take what resonates with the entire experience. If you have to, put it down to entertainment purposes if that's what you need to, but this is just my experience. These are just my opinions and this is just my expression. So if any of it resonates with you, chill. I see you. I see the part of you that sees me, and together if we keep healing through this entire situation, then eventually we're going to come to a place of freedom. So keep doing whatever you need to do for yourself, because whatever it is, I promise you, especially if we've connected, it's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working. So keep doing it. Let's look at chat for a minute. Bye, Zoe. Thanks for chilling with us. Thanks for coming in. Nice to meet you. Nice to chat with you. Yeah. All right. Nastrovia. Interesting. Okay, you know I'm gonna get my nosy deck out. How are you, Vlad? How are you doing? Oh, and I like the bowls there. They hide the cards. You can't see them. How you doing, Vlad? I am everything you say I am. Why has Eminem been coming out so much lately? I said I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. All right. Have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protested and demonstrated against. Picket signs at the picket lines. Look at the time. What is Eminem doing in this reading? All right. Ancestors. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I screamed in your ear. Ancestors, spirits of the environment that I walk through, the environment that the viewer, you, walks through, please speak to us in the here and now that we find ourselves. Allow us to connect with the divine purpose for our lives and for the reality around us. Allow us to deliver the messages that we receive for the people that they are for, and allow us to continue to connect with you, Source, Creator, Light. Oh, please be present here and now as you always are. And I thank you for what you do, and I call you in, and I call my awareness to where you are here and now. Thank you for being here. I thank my ancestors for living their lives and carrying me to where I am today through all of the experiences you were willing to have for yourself, connecting yourself to the earth finally in order to pass your memories through the whispers of the wind, through the memories of the water, through the reverberations of the earth, and through the flicker of the fire. We remember and we see entirely through our family line. Thank you. Show us what we need to see today, please, and thank you. Oh, please use your discernment. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You are energetically responsible for everything you choose to pick up and hold, and so it is. What are you hungry for? Woo! I tried to catch that, and the cards really fell out just then. I'll show you what I saw. I'll show you what I saw. Six of Wands. Temperance. Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Who are you, Vlad? You're making me click onto your face and look at your page. What are you? You're an invisible account. I think you're good for a little while, buddy. There's no roast here. Bishop, do you want me to give you... Do you want me to give you a reading before I get into this? I think that would be prompt. Five of Wands comes out first when I just do a shuffle without permission. So Five of Wands is conflict. Whatever that shows up, however that shows up for you. This Five of Wands is actually a little sea creature. It's a... I forget what it is called, but they're a type of nudibranch. Very, very pretty, very, very, very toxic. But by you being in conflict, I don't know, this can also be your ambition. So it's something that you want to walk towards. Just because, well, it's something that you want to move towards, you want to put work towards, because bottom of the deck when that came out was literally Knight of Pentacles. So this is like, this is telling me that it's in alignment with whatever you've been putting energy towards. Like it's, yeah, sea dragons, literally. Oh, I should pull the book out for you. I really want to read it anyway. Where are you? Do I see you? What is coming with this Five of Wands? Spirit, please. The Bishop's Heart is good. There's no resistance in what you're doing. There's no resistance in where you're going. The cards are shuffling fine. What do you want to know specifically? You can write it as a question and then delete your comment if you want to. But the conflict if this is conflict or if this is your ambition, depending on how it works, is it's going to lead you forward. So like, it's like, I don't know why I'm seeing like the old school Nintendo with the square remote, and it's like Tekken, but it's not Tekken. It's like that you've got this 2D spectrum that's flowing there. And then once you beat the boss, you go to the next level, you go to the next level, you go to the next level, but bringing it into 3D is like, it's choice. There's a lot of choice still. All right, Spirit. Nothing wants to come out with this Five of Wands. What does Bishop need to know for his highest good? For the highest good of his collective. Judgment flips in the deck. Judgment's all about whoa, wait, what? We have the Knight of Swords and Judgment. Knight of Cups and Judgment. Upright. They didn't want to fall out, but they're upright. Knight of Cups. I always get Phoenix energy when I look at this, but it's a water, so I don't know. Knight of Cups coming through with here, chivalry, romance, communication. That's no, I don't know. When I looked at those, it's like your passion for MMA came through. And the insights that you gain, like it's like it's that moment when you're about to be tapped out. That's what's happening. Those tap out moments teach you the most. They give you the most information for the next time. If you don't lose consciousness, of course. If you're able to pay attention to what's going on. So if this is combative energy around you, the Knight of Cups, if this is not coming in chivalry, this can be, again, in the opposite, in the reverse. This is like someone coming in deceit. This is someone coming in jealousy, or maybe even disappointing you. And then Judgment last. I'm going to get confirmation or clarifiers on this. This is a great card. I've been pulling this a lot in the general readings that I do. And I think a big part of what is going on now for you is boiling down to your choices. So every single decision that you're making at the moment, when they're in alignment with your passions, when they're in alignment with your desires, not things that have been impressed onto you, but your desires. When you're looking at the things that bring you light, when you're looking at the things that bring you joy, these are the things that continue to propel you forward. And the reason that I'm looking at my cards at the back is because I'm seeing this shape and I'm seeing energy flowing in an infinite loop. Yeah. Spirit fanning out. You're fanning out into... You're fanning out. And then when I heard fanning out, it's you're fanning out like rhizomatic. So if your energy was a root right now, like a potato or a ginger or a turmeric or a galangal, even a peace lily, like rhizomatic plants, they don't necessarily require seeds, and they can actually continue growing by shooting off another tendril. You're fanning out. You're happily moving towards this promise, or you're bringing this promise into your existence. Comes through there, but it's coming through the way that you're interacting with your reality. More and more, I think your dreams and the signs that occur for you are going to have more and more messages within them for you to take away to your spiritual closet and decipher. Spirit, if this is an external conflict, what is it? Okay, so Devil pops out. This is a commitment, but this is also like dipping into that commitment too heavily. And behind that commitment is the Three of Swords. So and this is underneath the Five of Wands. Devil with the Three of Swords. So the devil is literally fear, addiction, egotism, restriction, materialism, and the Three of Swords is loss, heartache, and separation. Your fight... okay, thank you, Spirit. I don't know if you're still here or not, Bishop, but if this card here was representing conflict before, then you're fighting for the commitment that you desire. This is the energy of somebody who's manifesting what they want. The next step, your current energy, the Knight of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles, is showing me the way that you're working for this. You're allowing yourself to really receive messages from, like, I think you understand feedback now, in terms of like even white noise. Feedback for you seems to be something that you're carefully using. It's like I'm getting the image of an archer, and when they're locked onto what they're looking at and what they're going to release their arrow for, that's the energy that comes through with these two. And I know that these cards don't actually have anything to do with Sagittarius or archers, but your ability to focus on what you're looking for, your ability to focus on the either it's a relationship or a career here comes through. So, and you've said already what your question is alignment for. So the thing here and now, the energy here and now is you're working towards it. You're moving towards it. You're not even moving towards it slowly. This is quite quick. Water is quite quick. It can be overwhelming if it doesn't have limitations or control, which is probably why you're looking for the twin flame answers. What is with this judgment, please, Spirit? What is with this judgment, please, Ancestor? I'm hearing you'll know it's coming. I don't know. I'm seeing I don't understand this fully just yet, but I'm seeing a picture of a journal. I don't know if you have journaled about this person, but you need to have a look at what you've written about this person. That's coming through very clearly. And if what has been written isn't in alignment with what you're wanting now, then you need to rewrite it. Because that piece of paper feels like it's different to what's in your energy, but it is your writing. I had 2 cards pop out while I was shuffling. I know I did. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Just double check what you've written in alignment with this person, because I don't know. Spirit. Free will is something that is important here. I think that is exactly why the Wheel of Fortune came out. I swear there was 2 cards that jumped out. Maybe it was just one. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about good luck, change, destiny, life cycles, and karma. And this is coming out with what I said before. It was a bit of a channel there. Sorry, Bishop. I won't be able to recall it easily. But so this is 10 and 20. This is your future energy here so far for what I've asked. Really, again, I'm just looking at this again. This is your current situation. You're working towards your own dreams. You're working towards your purpose. Contractually, this could be something that you entered into this lifetime for. That is soul. Twin flame, soulmate, twin flame. Can I get a confirmation with that, or a clarifier with the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment here? So 8 of Swords and the Star. Okay. 8 of Swords with the Star and the Magician bottom decking. All right. Channel is leaving, so I think I'm at the end of your message. For confirmation on the Wheel of Fortune, because this is an animal deck, I I like to get clarifiers on things from the deck and also within the outside. So the first picture here, this is, I believe, a cicada doing its cicada thing, reverberating out, and this here is a scarab beetle. Ooh. I got lifetimes the second time I showed you those. Lifetimes. Lifetimes what? Lifetimes to achieve, lifetimes to fulfill, lifetimes to meet. You can meet your twin flame every day and still never have fully met them. This is the energy coming through with the Eight of Swords. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. And then also with the star, you've incarnate, like I would be interested to get your feedback once you have a look at your star chart. Find out where your Chiron is. And I don't know why the star comes out for Chiron, but it's this usually stands for Aquarius. But ultimately, these cards don't want to land on the table. So this last bit, this is potentials. I can't fortune tell for you. You can fortune tell for you. I can't fortune tell for you. I don't want the karmic due. I'm just telling you a snapshot of the energy, and the way that I read, I stand at the gateway of the energy, that the question, really. The question becomes the gateway. And I look at the energy, I perceive what I perceive, and I share what I share, and you're coming into a different kind of power. It feels like it's ancestral. It feels like it's something that's normally handed down. Is that connected to this soul mission though? The sort twin flame. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you'll know it when you see it. It's coming in your reality, and you'll know it when you see it. You're. I keep looking at this Knight of Cups. As long as you're showing up in your authenticity, as long as you're grounding yourself, as long as you're giving yourself permission to continue looking for what you're looking for and really applying yourself in the direction that you're applying yourself, I don't see this as a faulty cause for a person who wants to live a wholesome life. Like, whatever it is, you're working towards it. And yeah, the Ace of Pentacles coming out confirms it for me. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, but literally the channel that I was connected to, it's like the frequency that I was on has like finally left me. And that's usually like when I go, oh, okay. Thanks, Spirit. Thanks, Source. Thanks, Universe. I call that being off the hook. No worries. It's a pleasure. Whenever I need answers, I try and look for them, ask for help where I can, and it's important that we do that. It's a big part of the faith journey, actually, being able to speak what you need into existence so that it can be brought to you, not from a place of lack, but from a place of faith. Knowing that we are co-creators, and any ideas that pass through our consciousness, they're given to us because we are capable of bringing them into reality. The more we speak on them, the more we give all reality an opportunity to change. And ultimately, every single moment of every single day is all about choices. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Oh no, did I shuffle my deck? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. They're all upright. What? Yeah, they're all upright, but they're upside down in your hand, you goof. That's why they keep falling in reverse. Anyway, sorry. That was awesome. Energy being sent to me, I capture it and hold it. Any intentions sent to me, I return them to source. Thank you. Captured intention, captured energy, go to shields, ground. Ashe, thank you. Excuse me, I must use a tree. And I've got my microphone out here with me, so don't mind me. I can't see chat right now, but I'm using a tree. It is so sunny out here. I should have done this live outside. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I think I got paid. Beautiful. Oh, it's really pretty outside. And I'm in here doing readings. Cute. Anyway. Okie dokie. If you're just joining in now, hello, g'day, Crown Rising. If you've been here for a minute, thanks for chilling. Yeah, and if you've connected afterwards, then that was weird, wasn't it? I'm unsure if the first part of this video is going to make it to the full release, or if it's going to work as some kind of journal entry. Anyway, I really need to go use the toilet properly. I thought I'd be able to escape using the toilet, but my bottom. Red candle then. Red candle. You shoot me down, but all your bullets ricochet. You're screaming out, not saying much, but your voice, alright. Oh, that is an hour-long video. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back and do the collective. That's fine. We got a reading out for Bishop. That's the important bit. Yeah. I'm literally just gonna end the stream and start again, because this feels like a pretty good warm-up for the next live. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, thanks for catching up, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya. Bye bye now. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Gosh, that's awesome.